Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. In this video presentation, we will discuss how to implement digitalization under budget constraints. As is well known, there are currently challenges in financing large IT projects, and we would like to share several insights into possible solutions. To begin with, a brief overview. Did you know that in Kazakhstan, more than 500 billion tenge from payroll funds is spent annually on software development in the business-to-business segment? Moreover, in a number of projects, every dollar invested in software entails an additional $3 in costs for hardware infrastructure, servers, and equipment required to scale projects. Thus, software itself becomes a driver of growth in the hardware market. However, even with billions in spending, these funds are still not enough to cover all the digitalization challenges faced by businesses. This raises a logical question. Why do companies continue to spend such amounts on process automation every year? This is done to address four key objectives: increasing revenue by accelerating order processing, reducing costs through execution optimization, improving transparency and manageability of processes, and creating conditions for business scalability. At the same time, it cannot be said that software development is a simple process. Even with modern technologies, including AI code generation and various tools, skilled engineers are still required to properly design systems. And this is only the technical part. When considering the creation of a full-fledged product and solution, many organizational stages are added, from problem definition to final testing. Each stage requires dozens of approvals and sign-offs for task definition, technical specifications, order structuring, and development. A broken telephone effect often arises between business users and developers, which further complicates and increases the cost of software development projects. But what if there were a technology that allows businesses to automate processes not for $100,000, but for example for 30, delivering 3 times more value for every dollar spent? Such a technology exists. It is ARDA. ARDA is a business application builder that enables process digitalization without programmers. Technically speaking, it is a low-code platform, similar to a Lego constructor, with built-in AI mechanisms that accelerate development on average threefold. The principle of operation is extremely simple. If there is a task to digitize a service, then using our tool, a paper document can be transferred into a digital format. You can design a form, describe the procedure, that is, who the document should be routed to and who should approve it, and add UI design and logic. As a result, you get a ready-made system. This happens so quickly that an idea formulated in the morning can already go into production by the evening and be available in a working system. This approach is so simple that the tool is designed not only for programmers and contractors. It can be used by business analysts or employees who deeply understand processes. For example, a head of sales can independently describe the processes of their department. Similarly, an operations specialist can describe their processes and immediately configure them using our technology. This approach is called citizen development. When payroll resources are used to further digitize processes, it allows organizations to cover up to 5 times more digitalization initiatives within the same budget. However, it is better to see once than hear 100 times. Let us show a short video that demonstrates the described approach in 4.5 minutes. For example, imagine that it is necessary to create an online form for ordering cleaning services. First, we create an application and a form. Next to the Save button, a new feature is now available: Generate with AI. Let's assume we want to create a form for submitting office cleaning requests. To do this, we simply provide a prompt describing the fields and components that should be included in the form. If we specify a field with multiple choice values, the system automatically determines the most suitable component for displaying it. At the same time, an important technical process takes place in the background. The required database structure is generated automatically. As a result, the created form becomes much more than a simple electronic document. It is a fully functional application capable of storing information, searching data, generating reports, and supporting the entire business process. After generation, the form can be further edited and customized as needed. The platform also allows us to create custom styles for the form. For example, if the corporate branding requires a gray color scheme, we simply open the style editor. All the necessary design settings are already available and can be configured visually. When we open the form in preview mode, it is displayed with the custom style we have created. What makes this especially powerful is that, thanks to AI, the journey from idea to implementation takes only a matter of minutes. A form like this can be generated in as little as 2 minutes. The next step is configuring conditional actions and business logic. For example, in our cleaning request scenario, we can add a rule that automatically displays the cleaning date field when the user selects one-time cleaning in the cleaning frequency field. Additional business rules can also be configured. For instance, if the order amount does not exceed 100,000 tenge, the request follows a simplified workflow. If the amount exceeds this threshold, additional approval stages are automatically added. All of this is configured visually without programming. Meanwhile, the platform generates the underlying application code in the background to ensure the solution functions correctly. This is no longer software development in the traditional sense. Instead, it becomes a process of assembling a digital solution, where a business user who understands the process can build the required application step by step. The platform supports integration with both on-premises and external AI models, including Anthropic, ChatGPT, and Gemini. Arta also provides its own AI solution based on the Quen model. Deployment is performed using a Docker image on your infrastructure, while configuration and connectivity are managed through the administration panel. As a result, within a very short period of time, we obtain a fully functional enterprise-grade application. This is not a prototype or a concept, but a real production-ready solution that includes digital signatures, request intake, dispatching capabilities, audit logging, version control, and a complete history of approvals and modifications available for monitoring and analysis. With Arta, organizations can transform ideas into digital products within hours while maintaining a high level of reliability, scalability, security, and compliance with enterprise standards. It is worth noting that such technologies have long existed on the market. Low-code technologies have mainly been available in the enterprise sector, where their cost is significantly higher. License costs could reach $50 per user and up to $3,500 for developers. Arta, in turn, offers prices that are 3 to 8 times lower. GPL, the client license, costs $5 per user with a minimum of 100 per year, and there are also licenses for developers. At the same time, the impact remains significant. The Arta technology has already been tested in hundreds of projects in both the commercial and public sectors. Today, the platform is used by tens of thousands of users. Over 10 years, more than $7 million have been invested in the development of the platform, so that today it is accessible to a wide range of companies at just $5 per user. If you are interested in testing the technology, you can contact our partners. By scanning the QR code, you will be redirected to the website arta.pro. We will be glad to cooperate. Feel free to reach out.